What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So today's reaction is going to be an unhelpful guide to BabyMetal part 3. So I have been reacting to this video and I reacted to part 1 and part 2, and if you haven't watched it yet then I'll link it up there. You can go watch it. The video was very long, it was like around 40 minutes, and I also talk about the video which makes the video even longer, so I split it into today is going to be the third part. Hopefully this will be the end. If not, then the fourth video will be the end, and I'll upload the fourth video sooner than the one I'm uploading today. I just want to end this video and start with more music videos and live videos. So let's start the reaction.
Even more and go on world tours. During this time they released 2 albums, BabyMetal in 2014 and Metal Resistance in 2016. The Metal Resistance tour kicked off with a headlining show at Wembley Arena in London and finished with 2 shows at Tokyo Dome, their biggest crowds yet.
Wow.
And now the calm before the storm. In 2017, BabyMetal held a concert series in Japan, known as the 5 Fox Festival. As the name suggests, there were 5 festivals, ending with the Big Fox Festival shows in October. It was unknown at the time obviously, but the Big Fox Festival would mark the last time BabyMetal performed as their original 3. December 2017 would be when Sue Metal turned 20, and so 2 shows were scheduled to celebrate this big event. The shows would be known as Legend S, or Baptism XX, to honor Sue's big day. It was announced just before the show that BabyMetal had been advised by her doctor not to perform due to her poor health. However, the show must go on and all that, so BabyMetal performed as a duo of Moa and Sue. This was the first time the group had ever performed without a member. Yui's spot was empty, and the choreo was clearly the same as it had always been. Just sans Yui. Moa only did her lines in the songs, and the crowd helped sing Yui's. Part of the statement about Yui reads, quote, BabyMetal is unfortunately not feeling well, and doctors have suggested that it is in her best interest not to perform. We regret to inform this unfortunate news and truly apologize in advance. We considered cancelling, but came to a final conclusion to hold these performances as scheduled, end quote. Please take note of the truly apologize, and, in advance bits, as I have a lot to say about them in a moment. Legend S ended, and fans assumed everything would be back to normal once the girls performed again. But unfortunately, something happened before any new shows arose. 2018 began with a tragedy, as Mikio, one of the guitarists in the Kami band, fell from an observation tower while stargazing. He passed away as a result from his injuries on January 5th. BabyMetal song Starlight is considered to be a tribute to Mikio. And thus, we have arrived in the year of hell, that was 2018. The new year did bring news of a new world tour, to being in Kansas City, Missouri in the US in May. Fans just assumed Yui would be back, and performing with the others as no announcement was made otherwise. Remember that bit I said to take note of? Here's where it's relevant again. So it wasn't announced until after that Kansas City show, that Yui was still on a health hiatus, and would not participate in the tour at all. I was actually at this infamous Kansas City show. It was deadass my first BabyMetal show ever, woo, and I can attest to the fact that the atmosphere was weird. No one had any idea that everything would be so different. They wanted fans to know about the change for Legend S, but decided to just leave us all confused as all hell trying to figure out what was going on. Unlike Legend S, the formations for choreography had changed, with Sue and Moa switching back and forth with one in front of the other, and Moa had begun singing all of Yui's parts as well. They were also joined on stage by numerous backup dancers. Don't get me wrong, It was still an amazing show, and Sue and Moa deserve all the respect in the world for working as hard as they have to keep BabyMetal going, and keeping their energy the same as ever despite the circumstances. I still don't understand why Koba, or whoever, just abandoned the girls like that. Koba Metal
was a war criminal.
They really just threw them out there to a confused crowd, and for what? They were terrified. Sue has literally said how scared they were for this show too, stating that she was afraid they would get booed, or have things thrown at them, which is immensely sad. Fans reacted so poorly to Yui being missing, just for the Legend S shows, that they had genuine fear they would not be accepted without her. If you were the type to leave annoying comments on social media demanding to know where Yui was, I hope you feel like shit. Okay. Moving on. The tour continued, and while there was some anger and confusion still, it ended up going as well as it could. With the conclusion of this tour, there was a show announced for October in Japan, called Dark Night Carnival. But just before this show was to take place, we got the announcement most of us assumed was coming. On October 19, 2018, Yui Metal officially withdrew from BabyMetal, citing her continued health problems as the reason. At this point, it had been a full year since she had last performed with the group. That same day, Starlight was released as a single, and again, many fans believe it to be a tribute to Mikio and maybe even Yui also. I hope all the people crying in the comments on Instagram about Yui being gone, or where's Yui know, that she cited the fact that she wasn't able to recover fast enough as part of what 18 was proving to be chaotic as all hell, and would be remembered as the end of an era. But everything ends. Time keeps moving forward, and so must we. So now on to the new era. And now, Dark Night Carnival, BabyMetal's first show as a duo. This show is tied heavily with the Chosen Seven, which is why Moa and Sue appeared on stage with 5 dancers. It was also the first foray into the dark side of BabyMetal. Whereas Legend S was the light, Dark Night Carnival is the opposite, the dark. Which, as we remember, are both needed in order for the Metal Galaxy to appear. This dark side also gave us a completely new look for the girls in terms of styling. Old dudes who complained about this superior look are weak, and will not survive the winter. Anyway, one of the backup dancers for this show is Saya, who would go on to fill in Yui's old spot during shows in Southeast Asia and Australia. Way too many old dudes were also really mean to Saya for no reason other than she was in Yui's old spot. Saya, being 18 at the time. The nerve of this fandom sometimes. Stop insulting young women.
And don't make me tell you again. Sit down.
But, because these shows were after Yui's official departure, they could definitively put someone in her spot as opposed to the US tour, when they reformed the Korea, to not look like someone else was where she should be. Saya was only the first to fill that spot. But for a while, several months in fact, there was nothing going on. And then, a new album was announced, to be released at some point in the year. Also, 4 new shows were set for June and July 2019 in Japan. Awakens the Sun Also Rises, and Arises Beyond the Moon, which would serve as Legend M for Moa's 20th birthday. And with these shows, we were propelled into the real new era of BabyMetal. There were now going to be 3 backup dancers who would switch out in the 3rd spot. Their names were never actually announced or anything like that. It was fans at the shows who figured out who they were, and let all of us know. The Avengers never have mics, they just dance. And they are in fact considered new members in a way, especially considering Sue and Moa have spoken about them in interviews.
About this new addition to BabyMetal.
They are the Avengers.
The Avengers.
You know, yes. And chosen by the Fox God. はい、彼女たちが加わってくれることによって、本当にベビーメタルに新しい風が吹いていて、本当に毎回の公演で影響を受けていて、私たちも成長できていたらいいなと思うので、私たちの姿をこれからも たくさんの人に見ていただけたらいいなと思ってるので、ぜひライブに来てください。
So, who are they? Day 1 of the Sun Also Rises show gave us our first Avenger, Riho. Day 2, our second Avenger, Kano. And finally, Super Slipper Festival in Taiwan gave us our third Avenger, Momoko. Now let's get to know these three. First up, Riho Metal.
Okay, so among all the 3 parts I have made till now, this is the third. This part is the most saddest part, if that's a word, until now. Oh my god. Okay, 2017 and 2018 was a really bad year for BabyMetal and the ones. So starting from Yui, who is sick and had to take the leave, and and the guitarist Mikio, who passed away, which is so strange. Stargazing from an observation tower and he fell from there. That is so strange. I love stargazing as well. It is like one of my favorite hobby, and he fell and he lost his life doing that. Really, that is very sad. And but he was looking at the stars, and in a BabyMetal language, that means he was looking at the one, because the one formed from the stars. So okay, anyways, I can only imagine how difficult it might have been for all the BabyMetal fans and BabyMetal as well, losing one of their greatest musician, plus Yui being not there. I hope Yui is doing really well now. And she had to leave the group permanently. I didn't know that. I thought she's going to come back. Like, she left and she's not going to come back? Like, really? I thought she's going to come back. Unlucky me. I came to know BabyMetal so late that I don't exist in the period where Yui doesn't perform anymore. But thankfully the videos are still there. I can watch them. I hope one day Yui joins again, because Yui has this special place and it will always be there. That her place cannot be exchanged with anyone, and each and every member, I guess, Su, Yui, Moa, and even the Avengers and the other dancers as well, they have their own place. And yeah, it's said that in the video that they didn't announce for a few months. Maybe they were selecting the best for the Yui Metal, the selected 7, and then the Avengers. So maybe they took their time and to decide, and yeah. And I really loved that part. I got goosebumps when Yui didn't perform for the first time and the audience sang her part. That was so sweet of the audience, the ones. Today's video was really very emotional. A lot of things was going on, and Yui being not there, and she won't be there for rest of the BabyMetal journey. It's like that for now, but I hope that she will join later. I just pray. What about you guys? You guys want Yui too, right? Let's see what happens next. Are they going to add a fourth member, I would like to say a fourth member, because Yui will always be the top 3. So, and then the next member will obviously be the fourth, literally, but then third when Yui is not there. If you can understand what I'm saying, third one on the stage, but literally the fourth one. But I hope whoever joins will be accepted and loved by the one, if somebody will join. And it will not be fair if we, want Yui to join BabyMetal again now, even though we love Yui so much. I just want her health and her to get better mentally and physically fit before her joining again, or only if when she is ready, or only if when she wants to, she'll be joining BabyMetal. Otherwise it will be respected. Anyways, whatever her decision is. So yeah, and yeah, that part in that live concert, when they edit all the dance members without letting anyone know, and that was so not cool, because the girls were so scared, and of course they will be scared, because as per they said on the video that there are a lot of very creepy guys out there, creepy men out there, and they are so little young girls performing in front of a huge crowd. Just imagine you being a part of the crowd, and then you being in front of the crowd and performing. That's a whole different thing, and that would be really scary. And so that was not cool. But then maybe they didn't get time, I don't know, they just maybe was in a hurry, whatever the reason was. The next time I think so, it feels like they thought about it, and then they introduced all the members nicely, the chosen 7 and then the Avengers and stuff, and then they performed everything nicely however it was before. So Sue was in her place, Moa was in her place, not like the previous concert where they were switching back and forth. So they understood and they corrected it, so that's great. Yeah, so this entire video was really very emotional and a lot to take in. I hope the next video, the ending will be great, a happy ending hopefully, and let's see what happens next. And yeah, just a few minutes back I said that BabyMetal took a few months to select the best. I meant to say best for the BabyMetal, not for Yui Metal. I just rewatched that part of the video and I saw, oh, I said Yui Metal. No, I meant to say that they selected the best for BabyMetal, not Yui Metal. Wanted to correct that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Do love yourself and respect yourself and do what you love. And I'll see you soon. And I'll see you soon in the next video, and that will be very soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.